Good evening, everyone. We are going to start in 5 minutes. Let others also join. Okay. Uh, Guys, ask your friends to join because today the strength is very low. Why others haven't joined yet? Let me just check. Just a minute. Good evening, everyone. Let me recap that what we have covered yesterday. Okay, I guess students will join after some time. Okay, so let me start with it. Just a second. Yes. So in yesterday's session, we have covered about file system module and also the HTTP module. I guess my screen is visible to you. Okay. So this is what we have seen over there, like how to declare a file, how to create it, how to read it. Like this, we have seen this read file synchronous method over there through which we can read our file. If we want to read a file synchronously, then we have to use this particular function. Just a second. Okay, so this we have seen already. Then how to write a file. Then we have seen the example of it that we are creating myfile.txt and data.json in which this hello world will be written, and then the JSON data like name, age, and city will be there. We have already seen it. Then this append file, as the name is suggesting, it will append some content over there in an file. Okay, if the file is not there, it will create it and then append the content over there. Then using file handlers. Handlers are like an object which will provide you more control over your file. Like you can open your file, you can close it, you can write some content over there. And this is that can be done through file handlers. Then we have seen about streams, that how streams helps for large file, that how they put the data in chunks. And we have seen about this pipeline concept also, that it actually connects the readable stream to the writable stream. So this is we have already seen. Now today we are going to cover from here. Okay. So just a second. Yes. In this session, we are going to see that how we are going to delete a file. Before that, let's see about the file flags. Then when opening files, you can specify different modes. Suppose if W is there, then it is only open for writing. Okay, you can't read it, read that particular file. You can write inside it. Then WX means like write but fails if the path exists. It is also used for your writing purpose but fail if the path already exists for that particular file. Then W plus open for reading and writing. This plus signifies that after writing, all other operation you can perform, like reading a file is also there. Then this A open for appending some content over there in a file. Just a second. Okay. So this is it. Then R plus open for reading and writing. Okay. So this was basic things, the notation through which we can see that what are the file operations over there. Then how to delete a particular file. For deleting a file, we use this unlink method over there in Node.js. So let's try to see this code first, and then we are going to get the output for it. So first of all, const fs equal to require fs means you are importing your file system library because you have to use the built-in function there in this particular module. It is same as other language, like there we use header files like has include iostream.h, has include conio.h, so that we can use the built-in function like clear screen, get character, etc. So same thing we are doing here. In this we are importing a module and then using their predefined methods like async function delete file. This means you are creating a function asynchronous, and through that the function name is delete a file. So first of all, const file path. Here you have to give the name of the file which you want to delete. Okay, so file to delete.txt will replaced by our file which is there and what we have to delete. Then in this try block, fs.access file path means go to that particular path where this file is declared. Okay. After that, fs.unlink file path means if you reach that particular location, then remove that particular file from that path. Okay, so that's why they are using this unlink method over there. And if this operation will be successfully done, then console.log file deleted successfully will be printed over there. Okay, then this catch block is there. If any error will come over here, then it will provide us this ENOENT. Suppose a file is not there and still you are trying to delete that file. So it will throw you an error, which is error no entry. This first E stands for error. This no is for no, and ENT stands for entry. Error no entry means that the file was not declared over there. Or as you can see, in console also we are printing like file does not exist. Otherwise, error deleting the file. If suppose the file is there, but still you are not able to delete that because of the permission issues, then you can provide the error like error in deleting that particular file. Sorry. I guess it is clear to you. Now let's move to our VS Code and try to execute it so that we can see that is it working properly or not. So let me open my VS Code. Just a second. Yes, here it is. In my index.js, what I'm going to do? Oh, just a second. Wait a minute, guys. Yes. In my index.js, I'm going to paste this code. Okay. And then I am going to change the name of file which I want to delete. Suppose here I want to use like my file.txt is there. Okay. So let's delete that file. My file.txt. Okay. Now what I have to do? Open my terminal and run this script. So for that we will use node space index.js. Let's see if we are getting any output. File deleted successfully. So let's see if there is my file.txt. No, there is no my file.txt because it has been deleted from here. Okay, like other files also. Suppose now I am creating again my file.txt. Okay, let's see when I re-execute this code, will it be deleted from here or not? See, my file.txt is there. I am re-executing the code just to check that it is there, deleted from there or not. Yes, it is deleted from there. So that's how we can delete a file. What is happening over here? First of all, in this file path, you are storing the name of your file. Okay. And after that, fs.access. This access method will access that particular file through wherever you have declared it. Then unlink it means delete it. Using this unlink method, we can delete a particular file. Then there is a catch block. If the error will happen, like if suppose I want to delete a file which is not there, then it will throw me an error like ENOENT, means error no entry, or that signifies that there were no file having that particular name which you want to delete. Then also in this error function, we will get that error deleting file. Means suppose if the file is there, still you are not able to delete that, then it will tell you about the permission, denied access and other things over there. Okay, so just try to execute this code. Wait. Yes. Just try to execute it and let me know in the chat box that yes, you have done it. Okay, great, Vishal. What about others? Okay, so for those who have joined just now, let me tell them what we have covered. We have seen that how we are going to delete a particular file. Okay, so for that, this bit of code we have written. Now let's one more time, let me recall that what we have done over here. imported our file system library. After this, created a asynchronous function having name delete file. Now give the name of file which you want to delete over here. Okay. So in this section, it will access that particular file and use this unlink method. So to delete a file in Node.js, you are going to use unlink method. Okay. So fs.unlink means that it will delete the file. Path means the file name which you want to delete. Okay. If that will be deleted successfully, then you will get the output as file deleted successfully. Otherwise, you will get error accordingly that file is not deleted and something like that. Okay, good, Vivek. So this is what we have done. Now let's see other part of this file system library, which is deleting multiple files. Now, how we are going to delete multiple files? So let's try to illustrate this example. First, dry run. We are going to dry run it. Then we are going to VS Code to see, check the actual output. Now here what they are doing, they are importing your file system library. Okay. Then they are also importing the path module. Why they are importing the path module? Because if the file is at a specific path, then you have to track that particular path also before deleting it. Okay. So for that, they are actually using this path. Now you are creating another asynchronous function, delete files. And in this, they have declared a particular array. Array having names of file like temp1.txt, temp2.txt, and temp3.txt. Means there are three files which you have to delete. So we are deleting multiple files. Suppose if there is one file, then we will not use array. We will just use a simple file name over there, which we have already done over here. Like here, they have used only one file because they have to delete a single file. Now they have, as they have to delete multiple files, so that's why they have used multiple names over there. Okay. Then after this, what we have to do? We have to delete them. So for that, we are going to write this bit of code. Now see what will happen here. Promise.all means for all the path over there, files to delete. This files to delete means is tracking your phase that which file you want to delete. Here, this files to delete storing these three files, map them one by one. Here, map function is used. I have already told you that map function will go from your zeroth index to the last index over there in your array and track that accordingly. And whatever you want to do with that particular file, it can continue with that. So this file to delete array is having now map functionality. Okay, so what will happen one by one? This file will move to every index. Like first at 0th index, this file is targeting to your temp1.txt. At first index, it will targeting to your temp2.txt, and at second index, it will target your temp3.txt. One by one, it will target each and every file over there in this file to delete array. Then what will happen? You are simply using fs.unlink, and whatever the file is actually representing at that current moment, just unlink that file. Okay. And suppose if there will be any error regarding that, then provide us this ENOENT, error no entry, and otherwise error deleting that particular file. So quite simple one. Just there we were actually deleting a single file. Here we are deleting multiple files. So let's try to execute this code. Before that, just create the file having name temp1.txt, because if the file was not there, then how you are going to delete that? Okay, so that's why we are creating it. Then temp2.txt, and finally we have to create temp3.txt. Quite simple. Created three files and go to my index.js. Wait. Yes, here what I am going to do, I have stored them inside a particular array. Now I am using map method, and it will trace one by one each file through the indexing and then delete them using unlink function. So let's try to see it. Okay, here are you able to see temp1 is there, temp2 is there, temp3 is there. So when I will execute this code, let's see will it change or not. It is saying file deleted successfully, and as you can see on your left that there is no file left with name file temp1, temp2, temp3. Suppose again I want to delete the same files, what I will get? File deleted successfully. As there were no file having name that, so they are pretending that they have deleted this file, and that's why providing the output accordingly. Okay, because there is no file having such name. So just try it at your end and let me provide the output in the chat box. Okay, good. Avigada Sushmita. So everyone please try to execute this bit of code. Okay, then we are going to continue. Okay, so like in file system, what functions we have already seen, like how to read a file, how to create a file, how to write inside that file, then how to append some content over there in the existing file. Then today we have seen how to delete a particular file and then how to delete multiple files. So just try to execute it. Then we are going to continue with the renaming section of a file, and then it will be over the file system module. Okay. So we are also going to see about how to rename a particular file. So before moving ahead, let me see the output at your end. And if someone is facing any error, then let me know. Okay. Isha, Vivek, Vishal, Sushmita, and Harsh. Okay, good, Vishal. What about others? Vishal has already done it. I want the output from everyone because today the strength is also less. So I want your response. Okay, good, Vivek. Good, Isha. That's great. Now it is good, guys. Now I guess it is also clear. Now here, one more example is like how to delete a directory. Okay, so right now we are performing just the file operation. So let's see about this also, that how to delete a particular directory. So first of all, in this code, they are importing the fs module. Okay, then the path module. Here, async function delete directory, and it is taking the parameter as the directory which you want to delete. Okay, then see what will happen. Await fs.stat directory path. So this stat actually will get the info that the particular directory exists or not. If that exists, then only you can delete the file. So that's why they have put condition over here that if not stat dot is directory, means if there is no directory, then console.log path is not a directory, means you have not provided a directory name which is valid. Otherwise, fs.rm means remove the directory path, and it is recursively true and force true, means whatever directory it is, just delete that recursively and forcefully. Okay, so if that will be done, then console directory deleted successfully, otherwise throw the error like directory not found. And in last, when you are calling this delete directory, then provide the directory name. So let's try to see, is it really working or not? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am just going to paste my code over here, then going to create a directory. Okay, then let's create a directory over here having name test. Inside this directory, what I'm going to do, like just a second. Wait, let me create here a folder having name test. Okay, test is created. Inside test, I'm going to create hello.txt. So we are deleting a directory. Let's see, is it deleting or not? So let me go to my index.js. Here I have to give the directory to delete. So my directory name is test. let's try to execute it. Directory deleted successfully. It is showing me this. And are you able to see from here test is already deleted? Suppose I am going to delete test1. Okay, let me create test1 also. Test1 created a file also inside it like hello.txt. Okay, so let's see over here. Test1 is created. There is some content like hi and hello.txt. And now I want to delete it because we are using this rm means remove, and this is recursively true means also delete it recursively. If there is some content inside it, just delete that also. Okay, so that's how this recursively true and force true will help us to delete the file over there forcefully and recursively. I guess it is clear to you. Just try it at your end, then it will be more clear. Just create a folder, name the file over there. Okay, like try to create two files inside that. Okay, and just check it at your end that are you able to delete those files or not. And till you guys are executing this code, give me just 3 to 4 minutes. I have to join another session for 2 minutes. Then we will continue from here. Okay, till then take your time and try to execute this code. Okay, sorry for delay, guys. Just a second. Yeah, let me check that how many of you have executed it. Vivek, Vishal, Isha, and Sushmita. Great work, guys. Okay, so let's see. Now, there is one more code. Like here, what we were doing, that we were deleting a directory. Okay, means deleting a folder, and whatever the files are there in that folder, that will be also deleted from our end. Okay, but now there is one thing, that delete a directory without empty a directory without deleting it. That means that you are going to just delete the files in that particular folder, but that folder will not be deleted. So for that, they have written this code. Let's try to see that what the code is doing over here. Okay, like first of all, we have imported our file system library. Then we have imported our path library. Okay, then created a asynchronous function empty directory. Inside this empty directory, I have to give the name of directory which I want to empty. Okay, now see this line. What is happening? fs.read directory. I want to read that directory through that directory name. Okay, with file types, means whatever the files are there inside that particular directory, I also want to know about the types of those files, like .txt is there, image file is there, and others. Okay, then through this, what we are going to do, we are going to delete all the files in that particular directory, like file.maps, files.map. This file have all the file names over there in that particular directory. Okay, so files.map, through this file, it will target to each file over there in that particular folder. What you are doing over here, path.join directory path and file name. See what is happening in this line. Like suppose here I will create a folder having name test. Okay, now I don't want to delete this test folder. I want to delete a file inside this test folder. Suppose delete me.txt. Okay, so you know that it is inside your test folder. Okay, but how your compiler will come to know that it is inside the test folder? So for that, what you are doing, for this, you are joining the path. First of all, you are providing the folder directory name, which is test. Suppose now you are at test folder, but inside this there are also a file which is delete me.txt. So that file name I am providing and joining that particular path so that it can be deleted from my end. Okay, so from this line, actually they are creating the full path for your file to be deleted, because we don't have to delete the folder, we have to delete the file inside it. So for that, they are just providing first the folder name and inside that the file name, so that you can reach to the exact location and delete that particular file. Now return file dot is directory. See, there they are using a ternary operator. We have already have an idea about ternary operator, that how it works. First is check a particular condition. If that condition is true, it will jump to the first expression which is written after this question mark, otherwise to the second expression. Okay, so if that file, suppose if that file which is there is a directory, then it will remove that proper, like it is removing that fully. Suppose inside this test folder, what is happening, like inside this test folder, there is again a folder test1. Okay, and it contains, now inside this test1, suppose if it also contains some file like test.txt. Okay, what is happening, like you have this test folder over there. Now, inside this test folder, you have to delete everything. Suppose while deleting, a folder will come. This test1 is inside this test. You have to also delete it. And the content inside it also you have to delete that. So that's why they have written this bit of code. Like first check that is it a directory? If that is a directory, go inside that directory and recursively delete all the files from there. So for that, they have written this bit of code. And suppose if the condition is false, means if that is not a directory, then that simplifies that it is a file. So for file deletion, what we do, we just unlink that particular file. So I guess this bit of code is clear to you. Uh, we just have to know about that what code is doing what thing. Okay, so if you have the knowledge of everything, then it is good, because that's how you can explain to others. Otherwise, if you don't know that why they are using this ternary operator, then that is not good, because you have to know about each and everything whatever is written in that particular code. Now what will happen? Console.log directory emptied successfully, and otherwise if there is any error, provide me the error. So let's try to execute this code, because it is an interesting one, as there are multiple folders over there. So let's check that what is happening. So in my index.js, let me just paste this code, and for emptying a directory, I am choosing test. Why test? Because you can see in test there is test1 also, test.txt also, and delete me text also. So it will check all the cases which is sufficient to actually for this example. So let's try to execute it first. It is saying deleted directory delete emptied successfully. So let's see inside the test folder, is there anything now? Okay, so are you able to see when I am toggling over it, it is showing me that it is empty. So all the folder which is there have been deleted from it. All the files over there which is there have been also deleted. So that's it. What we have to do. Just try it at your end. Create folder inside a folder and then try to execute it. Just do that. Just try to execute this and let me know in the chat box. Like here, this function is actually important one. Why this is important? Because here we are writing our code that if inside a folder, another folder is coming, then how to delete that folder. Otherwise, if that is a simple file, that how to delete it. If the folder will come, we have to delete that recursively. Means fs.remove that particular folder recursively, so that inside the folder, if there is multiple file, that can be also deleted. And suppose if that is a simple file, then unlink it directly. So I guess it is clear now. Okay. Now let's try to see this, how to rename and move file. So this example we are going to cover, and then it is enough for the file system module, because we have seen plenty of operations over there. So this is the last one in which we are renaming a particular file. So const fs equal to require fs means you want to import your file system library over here. Then async function rename file means creating a function asynchronously to rename a particular file. Suppose old path for that file is oldname.txt and new path is new name.txt. That means that the previous name was for that file is old name.txt. Now you want to rename it to new name.txt. Okay, so let's do that. First of all, access the old path means access the name of file which is there, which you want to rename. Okay, after that, access the name of the new file which you want to rename. Okay, like in first line, you have to provide the name of old file, and in second, you have to provide the name of new path. Now, fs.rename, you are using directly this rename operation, old path to new path. So what will it do? It will just append this new path name to this old path file. Okay. And if that will be done, it will console us file renamed successfully. Otherwise, we will get an error. Okay. So let's try to execute this code. For that, what we have to do? Okay, good, Vivek. Okay. So for this, what we have to do? We have to create an existing file. Like here, they are using this old name.txt. So I am just creating old name.txt file over here. Okay. So not inside this test folder. I have to create it outside it. So for just a second, me create it now. By yeah, old name dot txt. Okay. After renaming it, what should it will be? It will be new name dot txt instead of old name dot txt. So let's see that are we able to do it at our end or not. For that, let me clear the terminal. Now node space index.js. File renamed successfully. Now let's see, is it happened or not? We should get new name.txt. Yes, new name.txt is there. Okay. So yes, it is working fine. Simple, they have used this rename function. That's just doing all the job, changing the name for your old path to new path. Okay, pretty easy. I guess clear to everyone. If there is any doubt at any end, then they can ask. Any guys doubt? Any doubt, guys? Or is it clear to you? Just response in the chat box so that I can get a clear idea about it. Okay, good, Vivek. What about others? Okay, so just try to execute this. Okay, good. Harsh. Okay, so that's good if it is clear to you. Otherwise, if there is any error or any doubt for anyone, then they can ask. Okay, guys. So this is what we have to cover in file system module. Now, I will give you before path module, I will tell you about this OS module because it is a very easy one. So I will just let you know about this first. Okay, good, Vivek. Great. Okay, so OS module, I have already told you that this operating system module is actually help you to know about your system architecture, CPUs, architecture, and other things. So OS module in Node.js provide a powerful utility for interacting with underlying operating system. Means you can interact with the operating system over there. It offers a cross-platform way to access system-related information and perform common operating system tasks. What are the key features? Retrieve system information, access user and network information, work with file paths. Okay, so uh, in simple words, if it will tell you about your CPU architecture, your system architecture, and other thing which is related to your operating system, like how much space is left over there, total memory of your system, name of the host, that is we are going to cover over here. So first of all, to import that particular module, we have to use require function in common.js. Okay. But if it is a ES module, then like this, you can import it. Now, with this example, we are actually going to see each and everything. Like we have to just cover this example because after when we scroll it, each thing is defined one more time. Like here, arc they are using, again they are using it, platform function, type function, release function, that is inside this particular code. Okay, so they are just giving it one by one, and in starting they have given all the example in one. So see, OS platform. So this os.platform function will let you know about the platform on which you are operating that particular code. Okay, like Windows, Mac, Linux, whatever that is, you will get it. Then the type of your OS type, you will get the operating system type over there. There is a release number for each system. You will get accordingly your release system, release number. Then the CPU architecture, like x3264. Accordingly, you will get the architecture of your system. The host name, suppose if you have set it a host name, then you will get the host name. Otherwise, you will get the default name of your laptop as the host name. Then inside this section, as you can see, the comment is memory information. Here they are providing you the memory information in total memory in gigabytes. So what they are doing, see, let's try to see this, that what is happening over here. os.total memory. So this os.total memory will provide me the output in bytes. But as you know that the number to read in bytes is actually very large. So that's why we are converting it into gigabytes so that it can be clear to understand and to read. So for that, to convert bytes to kilobytes, we divide it from 1024. Then from kilobytes to megabytes, we again divide it to 1024. Then again from megabyte to gigabyte, we are going to divide it one more time with 1024. So from bytes, we have converted it to gigabyte. Okay. Then why we are using this 2 fixed 2 means after decimal only I want the value up to 2 places. Okay, so for that we are using this bit of code. Now, how much memory is free? Right now, this total memory is telling me that what is the total memory of my system. But through this free memory, we are actually getting the free memory out of it. This is actually, we are doing it for RAM. Okay, so it will providing us the total RAM over there. So console.log memory, free memory in GB, free of total memory means you will get it like from 16 memory MB or GB, you have only left with 6 GB. Okay. Then the user info through user info function, current user, home directory. So basically all the operations are simple. Just you have to call the function respective to that and it will provide you the output accordingly. Let's try to execute this, then it will be more clear. Okay, so just a second, let me clear this. Okay, wait. Yes. So before this, let me paste it in your chat box so that you can also see about your system architecture. Okay, so for first console os.platform, I am getting Win32. Some of you will get another platforms. Okay, then this OS type means what type of operating system type I am using. So it is Windows. Okay, then the release number over there. So I am getting this release number for my operating system, which is 10.0.26100. Okay. Now, after this CPU architecture, now my CPU architecture is x64. So you will get according to your system. Then the host name, as I have already told you that in host name, we will get the host name. Otherwise, if that is not defined, then we will get the laptop host name by default. Then after that, the memory, I have already told you that how we are converting over here from bytes to gigabytes. That is what we are doing here. So memory 6.10 GB free from 15.73 GB. Okay. Then the current username, which is Vansh. From here, user info method, I am getting that. And then the home directory. So I am inside my C drive in user section. Then there is Vansh as a user. And inside that, I am inside this Node.js folder. Wait, let me, okay, just a second. Here was the files. Okay, here. Yes, here in Node.js, I am there. So that's why it is showing me that. Okay, so you also get the system architecture for yours. Okay, great. Good, Vivek. Okay, so this is about OS module. Quite simple. Just if you want to know about the configuration of your CPU, you know about the operating system, then you can use this. Okay, good, Abhishek. Okay, so this is what you have to do. Okay, good, Isha. Yes. Now that's good that everyone is executing it. So this is related to your OS module. Now discuss about path module. Quite easy. We use the path module to join some path. Okay, to make a path, you can say, uh, what is it? I'm not actually getting the term. Actual path. If you want to know about the actual path, you can also know that. So let's start with this path module. Wait. The path module is built in Node.js module that provides tools for handling and transforming file paths across different operating system. Since Windows uses backslashes and POSIX system like Linux and Mac OS use forward slash. Means suppose if you want to give some path over there in Windows, then instead of forward slash, you will have to use backslashes. But in case of Windows, like Linux and Mac OS, you have to provide forward slash for writing your path. Okay, it can be adjusted by default. I will let you know about this when we try to execute a particular code. Key benefit, path manipulation and normalization, easy file extension and extraction. Okay, so that is there inside it. Just a minute. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, good, Vishal. Good. So now let's try to see how we import that. This is quite simple thing for you now. In CommonJS, you are going to use require function. In ES module, you are going to use import keyword over there to import something. Now path.base name returns the last portion of a path similar to Unix base name command. Okay, so what it is going to do? Suppose if you have given a file name like path.base name slash user slash docs slash file dot txt, then it will provide you the last portion of that particular path. Okay, so like here we can see from here this slash user slash docs file dot txt was the last thing. So that's why it is providing us file dot txt. Now, if I want something without extension, then I can separate it with comma. Like here, for the same path, I want to use my base name function slash user slash docs slash file dot txt, but I don't want in my base name this dot txt. So how to remove that? Just put that particular extension or whatever thing you want to remove after a comma. Okay, like here we have appended dot txt after comma. So that means from your final answer, you want to remove dot txt. So that's why we are able to see only file over here. So it is quite simple. Then there are some built-in variables in Node.js, which provide you the directory name and file name directly when you are going to call it. Like in Node.js, directory name and file name are special variables in common JS module, provide directly the directory name and file name of that current module. So uh, it is clear to you that it will provide the directory name inside which you are executing the code and the file name in which you are already there. Okay, so how it is happening? Console.log directory name, calling that special variable in common JS with double underscore and the name of that. Okay, just a second. Yeah, clear. Then see what is happening. You are joining the path.join with the directory name first, then append it with config and app config.json. Means the directory name will be added with config and app.json. This is what this join operation will do. As the name is suggesting, it will join multiple paths over there. And at last, you are just consoling it like config path over here, and config path is there having your directory name with config and add config. Then at last directory using path directory, path.directory name with this particular file name. So let's try to execute it, then it will be more clear. Wait a second. So here it is. Okay, let me clear the terminal and then try to execute. Wait. Yeah. So first of all, I am getting my directory name. What is directory name? I am inside my C drive, users, bunch, and Node.js. So the same thing I can see over here, is it giving? It is giving. Okay. So that's how directory name is correct. Now after that, the file name means inside which file I am there. So in C drive users bunch Node.js folder, I am executing my script index.js. So, okay, this one is also good. Now, what is happening in third console? Here you are, first of all, joining the directory name. The directory name is this. Joining this particular directory name with config and app config.json. So let's see, is it there? Yes, config is there and app.config.json is also there. So that's working also fine. Then at last you want that particular directory name having your particular file. So here you can see directory using path.directory name. See means simply you want to get the directory name where this file name exists. So index.js is inside which path? So that path I will get as my output. Okay. So quite simple thing. Now, as we are using Windows, so are you able to see that path is differentiate by a backslash? Here you can see this is a backslash, this is a backslash, and everywhere is backslash. If you are inside your Linux, Mac OS, then you will see / for the path separation. I guess it is clear. Just try to execute it so that you will get to know about it. Quite easy. Any doubt? Okay, good Abhishek. Okay, that's great, Vivek, Vishal. If there is no doubt, good. Yes. So let's move further and see what is upcoming thing over there. We have covered. Okay, so let's see about path.xname. Xname means this X stands for extension. Suppose if you want to know about the extension of a particular file, then you have to use this xname function over there in path. Quite easy one. Let's see about this different variations. So first of all, importing the path library so that you can use the built-in function, which is extension name. Here you are simply doing provide me the extension name for file.txt. So what is the extension name over here? .txt. So I will got the output for this first console as .txt. For this second console, index.html. What will be the output? .html. Okay. Then console.log path.xname index.coffee.md. Here students will get confused that .coffee.md will be the extension name, but only .md is the extension name because the processing will happen from right to left. So while encountering from right to left side, this .md comes first. So it has more priority as the extension name. So that's why we will get this as an output. Then console.log path xname index dot. So after dot, there is no specific name. It is empty. So that's why we will get dot and then empty space over there. Then this is not a proper file name because it is not using any extension. So that's why we will not get any output over here. We will get a blank space. For this one, you can see console.log. The file name is not defined properly. Like there is an empty name string, then appended with dot index. So let's try to execute in VS Code and let's try to check our answer that are they coming according to our execution or not. Okay. This is a good way to practice so that you can also dry run at your end, write down the answer that what you are expecting the outcome to become and then check it over here. Then it will be more clear to you. Okay. So that you can rectify the error if you are making any. Okay. So for .txt, we are getting .txt. For HTML1, we are getting .html. For .coffee.md, we are getting .md. Right now we are good. Then after coming this index dot space, we are only getting dot space over there. Okay, so this one is also good. Now, as we can see, this is not a particular extension name is there because it is not in some file name dot the extension name format. So that's why we are getting empty string over here. And for this also not in a good format. So that's why we are also not getting any specific output over there. Just a empty string over there. So I guess it is clear. Try to execute it. And are you also hoping for the same output or if there is any difference? Okay, good, Abhishek. Good, Vishal. I guess it is clear. Okay, now this path.join, basically it is a function which joins your path. Okay, and if by default you have used multiple slashes, forward slash over there and multiple dots, then it will actually correct them and give you the normalized path. Okay, so let's try to check about this. Like first of all, you are importing your path library because you want to join some path. Here, full path must be slash users. Then inside that there is docs and then the file name. So you will get the output accordingly. Means inside this path, there is a docs folder and inside it there is file.txt. So you will get the output as slash users slash docs file slash file.txt. Then for this, let's see. First of all, you are inside slash users. Okay. Now you are inside slash users, but this is telling you that you just come out of slash users and go inside your system folder. This dot dot slash means you are coming outside this and going to system folder over there. Then inside the same folder, this one dot and slash implies that inside the same folder you are there and the logs is there in system. And after that, file.txt is there. See, what is the difference between these two dot operators and this single dot operator? This single dot with a forward slash means inside the same folder. But if there is double dot and a forward slash, that implies that the folder is different. So your path will start from slash user, but when you move forward, it will check that now you are inside the system folder, which is not inside user folder. How I come to know? Because they are using double dots over there, which implies that it is not inside the same folder. So the path which will going to come as an output will start from system. Then inside system in the same folder, there is log file. And then after that, there is file.txt. So the output will look like system, then log file, then file.txt. Okay. And after this, console.log path.join, you want to join a particular path users. Now there is double forward slashes. There is no meaning of two forward slash. So it normalize it and make it one forward slash. So inside user, there is docs and then there is file.txt. So good example, because students will get confused over this console. Okay. So just try to execute it at your end and then see the difference in the output. So let's try to execute it. Then it will be, uh, wait, I have used wrong spelling for it. Yeah. Okay. So are you able to see? First output is according to us like slash user slash dot slash file dot txt, slash user slash docs slash file dot txt. Then after this, it is starting from users, but the output you can see is starting from system. Why from system? Because this double dot is implementing me that it is not inside this slash users folder. You are coming outside the slash users folder and going to system folder, which is separated from that. Okay. So that's what we are getting as an output. Then see, this forward slash is twice here, but it is converted to one backlash. Why backslashes is coming over here? Because we are using our Windows. In Windows, the forward slash by default for path converted to backslashes. But if someone of you is running this code on Linux or in Mac OS, then they will see the forward slash for path separation. Okay. Clear, guys? Are you able to see that why that output is starting from system instead of users? So just let me know in the chat box that is it clear to you or not? Okay, good, Vishal. And what about others? Is it not clear to other? Good, Harsh. Guys, you can also ask the doubt if there is something you are facing. Okay, so okay, that's good. Good, Abhishek. Good, Isha. And also I'm going to provide you the weekend project for this week. Okay. And basically it is a backend project, but also you have to design a specific UI over there, but it can be compromised. Like this specific week 3 project is based on backend. So just create a bit of UI over there and import some backend part at your end and try to learn something from it. Okay. Good,
Hello, sir.
Sushmita. Good. Yes, Abhishek.
Sir, how it is differentiate which system is Linux, Mac, or Windows? Because I am getting backward slash because I am a Linux system currently, so that's why getting a backward slash. Right? How it is differentiate means
Okay, you are still getting backslashes on Linux.
uh, yes.
Okay, so I guess you have to use it on Ubuntu. Like, see, that will be identified through your command, which is your architecture command, which is ARCH, os.architecture. It will tell you that what type of operating system you are using. Okay, so it will tell you that if it's a Windows system, it is a Mac system. If you are getting slashes, then it implies that you are using your Linux or Mac OS system. Okay, otherwise, if you are seeing that backslashes over there, then you are inside your Windows. So that's how they differentiate between them. Okay, so right now, are you using Linux or Windows?
Linux.
You are using Linux and
Yeah.
still you are getting backslash.
Yes. Actually, it's a backslash, right? Which is I'm saying currently, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, sorry.
मैंने जो भी सेंड किया वो बैकस्लैश ही है ना, अगर हम गलत नहीं हो तो.
No, I guess it is a forward slash.
Actually, I'm sending the screenshot. Can you please check it?
Yes, yes. I guess this is a backslash. This one is known as backslash and this one is forward slash. In Windows, we are getting backslashes. So let me just check it for your Linux.
Actually, I'm getting this slash. मतलब वो
Yes,
वैसे.
so you are getting the right path separator over there because this is a forward slash. This you are sending. This is
हाँ.
forward slash. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. So this is good that you are trying it at another operating system, which is a Linux. Great. Okay, guys. So these are the basic things which we have to see. Now let's see about this parse method over there. What this parse method will do, it will just extract all the things from your path name. Suppose if I want to use over here in this particular path, I am using this parse method. Console.log provide me the path info. So it will provide me all the related path info, like the directory name is /user/docs. The file name is file.txt. The extension for that file is .txt. Okay. So like this, you will get all the info of that particular path. Then if you want to console the directory name, you can console it like this. If you want to know the file name, which is there, you can use the base system over there, base method over there. If you want to get the file name only, then you can use only name over there. If you want to know the extension, you can use the extension. So basically some built-in functions are there. You don't have to memorize it. Just have a basic idea that through the names, you will get to know that okay, it will provide me such type of output. You don't have to memorize all the things. You just have to know about the concept that how it is working. In future, if that will come in front of you, so you can elaborate about the output for that. Okay, so this is about this path module. Now in this URL module, URL is basically, I have already told you in the previous section or in previous class, like this HTTP is a protocol. Then this www.freeschools.com is your domain name. This Node.js/Node.js is your path. And after path, if something start with question mark, it is your search parameter. And then after this question mark, whatever is written, it is known as your query. Like suppose name Vanch, this particular, see, difference between search and query. This is whole thing known as search and this is known as query. Okay, so query included with this question mark symbol is known as search. Otherwise, it is a query. Okay, so this is what we have to cover over here. Like suppose in this example, what is happening? We are going to see main things over there in this URL section, as it is a short, you can say we are able to complete this very soon. So just a second, let me just tell you that how we have to do that. First of all, let's start with this example. Okay, simple thing, you are importing your URL, then passing a address, means passing a URL from which you want to fetch something. Now see what will happen. Through this URL.parse, what are you doing? You are taking this address variable which is storing your URL and you are parsing it. Parsing means breaking down into components. So this parse method will actually break down into each component like protocol, then the domain name, the port number, the name of your path, the search parameter, the query values, everything will be break down into components through this parse function. Okay. Now suppose as a user, if you want to know only specific part, then how you can do that? This queue is storing your past values. So you can use this queue dot whatever you want to access. Queue dot host will provide you the host name. Queue dot path name will provide you the path name. So after the port number, whatever is written after slash is known as path name. Until this question mark, it is a path name. So default.html is my path name. Then q.search. So are you able to see? Here they are using q.search. So search is including this question mark. Okay. So and then q.data means go to q.data and find me the value of month. So it will see q.data and go to this month parameter and provide the value for it, which is February. So let's try to execute it. Simple one, but still people get confused. So make sure that you will be clear in your mind that how it is working. Okay. So first of all, host name, it is localhost, port number with 8080. Then the path name, whatever it is written after the port number with a forward slash is known as path name. So we are getting default HTM. Okay, as HTML is not there, so that's why we are getting only HTM. Then search. I have already told you query parameter including a question mark is known as search. So that's why they are providing me this question mark with the parameters. Okay, then I want to fetch the value of month. So that's what we have done. Okay, guys, simple one. Just a second. Try to paste that in the chat box so that if you want to try it, you can do that. Okay. Now, this is the different components of a parsed URL, which is href mean hyperreference link. It is a proper link over there with the full URL, which is parsed. Then the protocol like HTTP, FTP file transfer protocol, SMTP simple main transfer protocol, okay, TCP transfer control protocol. There are different protocols in each layer of OSI model. So that's what we can use in. Okay. Then the host, like the full host portion with whatever it is with the name and the port number. The host name will specific give you the host name of that particular thing. Without the, what is the difference between host and host name? So just see, in the host, we are also getting the port number, but through this host name, we are not getting the port number. We are only getting the domain name. Then this port will provide you the port number, path name will provide you the path over there. Search. See, these two lines are important. Just have a read over there. The query string, including the leading question mark, is known as search. Okay. So that's what I have already told you. Then the query, either the query string without question mark or a past query object means without question mark, whatever the query string is, that is known as your query. Okay. Clear? Then we are going to elaborate, see this example. Okay, then it will be clear to you. We are going to continue with this only. Yes. See, here is first file. Some HTML code is written inside it. What is the HTML code? H1 tag, summer, paragraph tag, I love the sun. Then there is another file, winter.html. Simple code is also there inside it, which is H1 tag with winter and paragraph tag with I love the snow. Now I want to get the output of both this file through my URL. Okay. So for that, what I'm going to do? I'm going to write a code over here. And through this code, actually, I will get the output for both this file in my URL. So this one is important. The last code we are going to cover for today's session. After that, Node.js will be completed. Then we are going to start with Express in the Monday session. Okay. After taking the presentation. But please try to execute this one because it is a good one. Okay. So first of all, for creating a server, you are importing HTTP. For parsing a URL, you are using URL method. Then to initialize some file system operation, you are importing file system module. Now see what is happening in this bit of code. Through HTTP module, you are creating a server, and then in this line, you are parsing your URL. Whatever the requested URL, this request.url means whatever you are going to provide in your browser, that URL will get passed over here. Okay. From that passed URL, see what will happen. The file name will be extracted. How? First of all, it append a dot over there. Then from path name, from the requested URL, it will extract the path name because you have used the parse method. Okay, so what will parse method will do? It will exactly give you the path name, whatever you are providing. Suppose if I am providing after my port number slash summer.html, and you can know this summer.html is basically my file name. Okay, so this will be extracted from my URL and pasted with a dot. Now dot slash summer.html. Are you able to see dot slash? I have already told you that dot slash signifies that there is a file in the same folder. So your file name is extracted through your URL, and then what you are doing, you are reading that file through fs.read file function. You are reading that file and printing its content to the web browser. So that's how we can write, or you can say read our code and write it in the web browser. So let's try to execute it, then it will be more clear. Okay, see what we have to do in my index.js. Wait a second, let me close it. Okay, in my index.js, I will paste the code for that particular file. Then what I'm going to do, going to create two more files. Just a second. Yes, two more files. First one is summer.html. Then other one is winter.html. Not this dot html. Okay, now going to write some content over there. Let's copy it from here only. Okay, simple tags are there. I guess it is summer one. So let it paste in summer, and then inside this winter. Now what is our motive? Why we are creating 2, 3 files? Because I want to get the output for these two files in my web browser from the index.js, using this index.js. Okay, so let's try it. Then it will be more clear to you that how it is happening. Okay, the server is started at which port? 8080. So let's go to our browser. Here, let me use localhost colon 8080. Okay, it is saying 404 not found. Now I will append my path name. What is it? Summer.html. Let's see what is happening. Are you able to see? We are getting output like summer, I love the sun. Why it is coming? See, after port number, I have tell you that this is the name of your path. Okay, so let's keep this in mind that slash summer.html is actually your path name. Now let's move to our code part. Okay, in code parts, see this bit of portion very attentively. How this URL.parse, what it will do from your requested URL, which is this bit of code, which is your requested URL. This is your requested URL. It will parse everything from it, like the host name, the port number, the or the path name. Now here, to get the file name, what you are doing? Appending a dot operator and then the path name. So what is the path name? Slash summer.html. When you are going to concatenate them, then what will be the final output? In file name, it is dot slash summer.html. So according to us, this file name has now dot slash summer.html. Now in this read file,
what will be there inside this file name? ./summer.html means you want to search for a file having name summer.html in the same folder. So it will see in the same folder, means in the inside this test folder. Is that there the summer.html? Yes, there is summer.html. Now what we have will happen? You have got the summer.html. Now after this, you will start reading it. Like read that file. If the data is there, write the data. Otherwise, throw the error. Okay. Same thing you can do for winter.html also. Let's suppose if you change it winter.html, and if I provide it, are you able to see we are getting output for it also? So that's what we have to do. Let me paste the code over here one by one. Quite simple. Let me know if there is any doubt at your end. Index.js I already shared. Then this is your winter.js. And finally, your summer.js. Just a second. Sorry, summer.html, as we have written inside that the HTML code. Okay. So just try it at your end. Basic one, guys. Just you have to know about that how you are extracting a file name from a path. Okay. And how why they are using that dot operator, because the compiler wants to search in the same folder for that particular file. That's why we are using that. Okay, we have covered a lot of things in this session, but I hope that it is clear to you. Just let me know that is it clear at your end, or if you want something so that I can repeat that before ending the session. Okay, just execute this code. Let me know. Then I will tell you about what you have to create for this week. And on Monday, everyone has to present it. Okay. 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 Good, Vishal. Okay. Good, Vishal. Yes. Now, I guess it is clear to you that how you have to check it and how you can access the particular file name and particular output through that. Okay, good, Abhishek. Great, guys. Now, let me just show you that what you have to create. This is the list for the this week project. Okay, this is your week 3. I will also share it in your respective groups. Just a second. Let me do that also. Or I will share it after the session. Okay, no problem in that. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to select a particular project title. You have to create the backend portion for that. And just to check that, create a normal front end for that. Okay. It will be good if you are going to create a good front end and backend also. But so that you can complete it on time, I want you to just start with backend portion, and to show me that is it working properly, you can add a little bit of front end over there. Through that, you can show that to me. Okay. Is it clear? Just try to do that at your end. Then from Monday, we are going to start with uh, other things like Express. Node.js we have already covered, and whatever the thing is there in the syllabus, we are going to cover that. So for now, week 3 is completed. Okay. Uh, Just 3 more weeks are there. So please continue like this. And those students who are joining regularly, like today, Vivek, Vishal, Harsh, Sushmita, and Abhishek. A shout out to you guys because you are there inside each and every session. So that's really good. Okay. So I am going to share this inside your group also. So if there is no doubt, then you can leave the session. And otherwise, I will check your I'll take your presentation for the project of week 3 on Monday. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Happy learning.